Not that long ago, I went to a local convention. Do you know what a local convention is? I will tell you. It's basically a board game convention where a bunch of people get into a room and play board games for up to 4 days in a row. May I say, I had a blast. I love small conventions for board games. You get to meet a whole bunch of people, play different kinds of games, and maybe even play some of your games you haven't been able to play with people, and then you get to see how it works. I love 4-day cons. So what did I do? I put all the games I was going to take up on a table, and I decided to go. Wait, is that enough? I don't think that's enough. Let's add some more games. All right, that should be enough. All right. We're going to put all the games into the car, and I may add 1 or 2 more as well. Just put a couple extra games in there because you never know how many games you need. Then I get in my car and I start to travel through the country roads onto the interstate. Hey, look, there's a lake. And after 20 minutes, I get off of the exit to the glorious town of Cary, North Carolina, just near the other great city of Durham. I live in the Raleigh-Durham area, so it wasn't that far of a drive. It was like 30 minutes for me. I get there, I put all my games in a spot, and I decide to start playing. I meet some people, and I bring out the first game, Fromage. I have done videos on Fromage. I'm not going to explain it. Go watch those. Nobody at the table played it before. I brought it out, explained it. We all learned it. Everybody seemed to love Fromage. Out of all the games that were there, my copy of Fromage, I don't think ever left the table. And if it did, it was placed back down, picked up immediately, and put back out. I saw Fromage everywhere. And I think at the most there was 2 copies. So probably 80% of all the plays was my copy. So that's one thing with these cons. You can just find a game on its area, play it, and then put it back. So after we taught Fromage, I decided to bring out a second game. I normally don't pick the games. Why? Because I don't. I always just have a rule when I go to conventions like this. I go there and someone says, hey, do you want to play a game? I go, yes. What game do you want to play? They say X, and I go, sure. This time it went a little bit different. So second game, I picked out Gutenberg. Both people had Gutenberg. Both people had never played Gutenberg. It sat there. They kind of were like, oh, let's see what this is like. It looks kind of fun. Honestly, folks, Gutenberg is a blast. I don't know why it's not gotten more recognition. It is a fun little game. You're trying to pick up orders, place them out, finish them, do special things to them, and score points. It is a good little game with a fun little mechanic where you turn in a wheel of your printing press and you get resources throughout the game. It is a blast. I really like Gutenberg. We need to talk more about Gutenberg. I may have to do a video about Gutenberg because it needs more discussing. So the first 2 games were games I brought. So then I played Wild Tile West. Never heard of it, never seen it. A lot of people seem to really like this one. It is a polyomino game where you're placing tiles onto your board. You're trying to cover things up, build cities, get sheriffs to go shoot coyotes, bandits, and things like that. I need to play it a couple extra times because I am not very good at polyomino games. I just want to basically play Tetris and bunch everything in the corner and fill everything in. And a lot of times with polyomino games, you need to spread out and cover things. And I did horrible. I came in last. Dreadful. But Wild Tile West seemed like a very nice, fun game. Very well designed, very well made. I would say go out and play it. I want to play it at least 1 or 2 more times. So Wild Tile West. After that, I went back to the well. There was a whole area of play to win games, and somebody brought out, hey, let's play this game, River Valley Glassworks. That game was everywhere. So I'm going to tell you the games that I saw the most out on the tables. I saw, in no particular order, Wormspan, played all the time, River Valley Glassworks, Fromage, Arc, and Heat. I actually own all of them, and I brought all of them but 1. So it was a blast to see all those games, but it was amazing to see how many times River Valley Glassworks was out on the table. I actually sent a picture to one of the designers and go, look, your game is on the table and it's everywhere. This is insane. I love River Valley Glassworks. I kind of wish I would have brought out the expansion and played with people to show a little bit of different variety of the game. It is a great fun time. River Valley Glassworks, played it, I should have played it more, but I didn't, but still, fun time. The next game, I have never played in person. We all do BGA, Board Game Arena. If you don't know what it is, it's a website where they have board games on there and you play games with other people. The problem with Board Game Arena, if you don't know the game, a lot of times I'll just click, 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 click. What am I doing? That's what usually happens with this game. Harmonies. Harmonies is a really good little game once you get it under the table. You're making animals, and then there's another aspect which I had no clue about. You're combining like land types. I didn't know there were land types because I didn't read the rules. I just click buttons on Board Game Arena. That's what you do with Board Game Arena. You just click buttons and hope that it works. I found a whole new way of scoring points. I am very excited. I am probably going to go out and buy Harmonies. That's the one game from this convention that I personally want to play and buy the most is Harmonies. Go find it. It's a blast. Play it on Board Game Arena. Actually read the rules. You should read the rules, unlike me, because I don't know how to play board games. After that, I took a little bit of break, walked around, and then I went to the play to win table and I found the game Capybara. My daughter loves capybaras. I thought this would look like a fun little game, and it's a not bad little game. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get customers into your cafe because you're a capybara with a coffee house. So you're trying to get different types of ingredients out, different kinds of settings in the place, and you're getting customers in. And you, after you get 4 dedicated customers, I forget the term. I think it's like favorite customer or something. Once you get 4, you win the game, count up points and everything. For a family game, it is a cute little game. Just for my daughter, I would actually consider buying this one. I think that would be the other one in this entire convention that I would go out and get, Capybara. Earlier I said I usually do a rule of somebody walks up to me and goes, do you want to play a game? Yes. What about X? Yes. So somebody came up to me, hey, do you want to play Ark Nova? Sure. He doesn't know how to play. Ooh. Ark Nova is a widely regarded game. I like Ark Nova, but part of the problem for me with Ark Nova is just it is so much, and especially with teaching, it gets heavy, it gets bogged down. I'll admit the one person that didn't know it picked it up pretty quick, but still, it is a long game, and I don't know. And so with this play, I was just like, all right, it was the end of the night. We finished in time, luckily, because at 11 o'clock, they basically said everybody needs to be out. We finished at 10:30. It was like a 2.5 hour game. I came in second place. I did okay. That was like some of the best I've ever played against other people. So I was quite happy, but at the same time, I was feeling a little down about Ark Nova. I mean, we'll talk more about Ark Nova in a little bit. So that was the end of Thursday night. Friday, day before, I played 7 games. How many more games am I going to play? I'm going to gun for 8 games on Saturday. And it did not come anywhere close. I played 3 giant long games. Happens. I don't mind it. That's what these conventions are for. Playing games you've never played before. I played 2 new games. First one, Orleans. Orleans is a bag building game where you're like in the middle, where you're in France or in the Middle Ages and you're trying to get monks and priests and other things, scholars, and trying to build up tracks, trying to go out and explore and build trading halls in different cities across France. I like this game. Again, first time playing, I did horrible. I think that I was told like an average score is like 110, 120. I scored 80. I did not do an optimal strategy. I just wanted monks because they were yellow and weird, and I was just thinking they were going to fight each other, and they didn't. They were wild pieces, but it was fine. I did okay. I had a blast. If I see this at a convention, I am definitely going to go and try and play it again to see how badly I did and see if I can do better. Am I going to go out and buy Orleans? No, probably not. I don't know if I can get to the table enough to justify bringing out this game. We played about 3 hours, and there were like half of us had never played before. It was kind of a teach and play. It took a while to learn. I think after you learn it, it's going to be like 2 hours to play, but I don't know if I could get it to the table enough to justify bringing it into the house and having my wife look at it on the shelf and go, you never played this game. So Orleans, I'm going to play it again, but it's going to probably be a convention game. After that, I walk around and I see somebody setting up Heat Pedal the Metal. I love Heat. It is a pressure luck hand management game where you're playing as a race car driver from the Formula One era in the 1960s, and you're trying to get around turns as fast as you can without spinning out. It is just a great game. I go and sit down at the table. A couple people hadn't learned before, didn't know how to play. They're teaching them, and they're like, how many times have you played? Do you know it? I'm like, yeah, I played a bunch, and let me check my stats. This will be the official 50th time I've played Heat. The real answer is I probably played Heat about 80 times, so I played Heat way too much. So the joke was I was the ringer. And as all things when I'm the ringer, I did awesome. I smoked everybody. I felt a little guilty about doing it, but at the same time, I showed them how to play. Yeah! I zipped around and did a 3-lap race, and I was awesome. I won Italy, one of my worst tracks. But my favorite part of this game, the guy who owned the game set it up. He's like, hey, I'm going to show you this thing. I'm at this corner. If I get a 1, 2, or 3, I'm fine getting through this. I have enough heat. But what are the odds of a 4 ever showing up? There's no chance a 4 is going to show. Flip 4. Spun out in like the second corner and just was like, done. So for the rest of the convention, every time I saw Regine, I was like, no, do not press your luck. What are the odds? Not enough. And so that was a fun little time with him and his wife. And we had that thing. That's why I like these cons too. You meet people and you see them throughout the convention. You go, hi, yay, we did that thing. Yeah, watch it. So that was that. After that, I met my new BFF. I'm joking. We met once for 2 days, but he said he liked Ice Pirates. Ice Pirates is the greatest movie of all time. How can you not enjoy somebody's company that says, Ice Pirates? Yes, please. So we decided to play Star Wars Rebellions for 6 hours. Honestly, it did not feel like 6 hours. Star Wars Rebellion it's the first Star Wars movie. One person plays as the Empire, other person plays as Rebellion. The Rebellion sets up a secret location where their base is, and the Empire has to find them or destroy the Rebellion's hopes. And then also Rebellion's trying to keep the Empire away and get enough, knocked around much, do enough sabotage to cause some damage, get enough reputation to take out the Empire. We didn't finish. We had no clue what we were doing. We were learning on the fly. We took a dinner break in the middle of the game and came back and played more. Honestly, when we played for 2.5 hours, it felt like maybe an hour. And we were learning. Came back from dinner, played for another 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Felt like an hour. And we looked at our watch and was like, it's like 10 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Somebody came over and was like, hey, how long have you been playing? 6 hours. And they're like, yeah, that's about normal. And we're like, what? And yeah, like, yeah, this game takes forever, but this is awesome. And here's why it's awesome. There was a moment in the game, the Rebellion, or the Empire is basically trying to capture people. And so I set up a little mini trap. I put Han Solo in a spot I knew he would go for. He went, grabbed Han Solo, and tried to capture him. Captured him. My next play, I put Obi-Wan in the same spot to uncapture him. He was like, oh, I want Obi-Wan. I don't care. You won this battle. We're going to move on. He captures Obi-Wan. I flip a card. There's literally a card that says, remove Obi-Wan from the game, +1 reputation. Boom! I did the Obi-Wan scene from the movie. I picked him up, put him to the side. He searched the spot for where Obi-Wan was. That was a moment. Dude, this game has that. It is like watching the movie, but playing it at the same time. Star Wars Rebellion, I don't know how many times I would ever play this, but if somebody goes, hey, let's play an all-day version of Star Wars Rebellion, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We're going to play this because this is silly fun. It's a movie in a box. Gonna do it all the time. So only 3 games on Friday. Saturday, woke up, get there, 9, 10-ish. A nice person comes up to me. Hey, you want to play a game? Okay. Let's play Ark Nova. Okay. This is where my will for Ark Nova kind of finally broke. First game on Saturday. It takes longer than it should have, and it's not anybody's fault. We had 2 people at the table. They were trying to do some fun things, and they were doing like combos, and it was just like, oh, hey, I'm going to put this thing out and do this, and then I'm going to put another pavilion out, which gets me this, and then I'm going to do this. And so their turns were taking a really long time. And then the next guy was playing, did the same thing, and then it would get to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm playing a turtle. And then it would be another 20 minutes till it got back to me. It's fine. That's what this game is. But at the same time, I came in second place while the other 2 guys who were trying to do combo building got smoked. So I played like for 3 hours for Ark Nova. I don't know if I really want to play Ark Nova ever again. I know it's a good game. It is a really good game. I just don't think it's for me. If I go to a con and someone says, do you want to play Ark Nova? I may for the first time go, I'm not really going to want to play Ark Nova. It's just too much. I'd rather like, I like Terraforming Mars. I do. I really like Terraforming Mars. It has also the problem of taking too long. Just for what it is, for me, for that amount of length, I'd rather play something like Star Wars Rebellion or maybe Orleans where it's different. And I'm going to have to start passing on Ark Nova. I'm probably going to sell my copy here in a little bit of Ark Nova, and that's that. Unfortunately. Sorry to the people who made Ark Nova. Just not my cup of tea right now. After that, somebody came up to me from the day before and it's like, I really want you to teach me how to do Fromage. Pulled Fromage back out again. We do the whole thing. That's where I learned about Formaggio. I guess they're bringing out a Kickstarter right now for another version of it. Yes, please. I still love Fromage. It's just simple, fun, placing workers out, putting cheese, timing when you get them back so you can do more bonuses and all the little mini games in front of you. I would have played it more, but I couldn't get my own copy back because it was out on the table constantly, so I would have to find it kind of like in between. So there you go. So after I played Fromage, I played another game. I'm going to talk about something else first. Foundations of Rome was also kind of a big game. Well, it was out on the table because I think it took forever to play. So there was only like 4 or 5 times I saw it out there, but I think it was like the same game. That actual one game. Now, I think it took like 3 hours to play that game and it had these beautiful, giant, chunky pieces and it looked gorgeous. I was like, wow, what is this? And then I found out Foundations of Metropolis is a slimmed down, cut out all the glitz and gling off of it, and here it is. I played it. It is not bad. To me, it felt like a little bit of a mix of Lords of Vegas, where you're trying to buy or get tile locations, you're buying them and putting your thing out there. But with Foundations of Metropolis, you're trying to place tiles out, and then you get points for it. You get another adjacent spot. You take those out, put a bigger spot onto it. I had the problem. I wanted to do all the little pieces, put them out there, then expand to the bigger pieces. And instead, I just kind of grouped everything together and was like, I'm doing big pieces here. Bah, bah, bah. Didn't do well. Again, polyominoes. I would like to play Metropolis again. It was a fun little game, but it's just my brain, sometimes, I don't know what it is with polyominoes. It's just my brain doesn't function with it. I'm normally pretty good with spatial reasoning, but just when they're different shapes, sometimes it just doesn't click. And unfortunately with this one, I think it was the first time I played. Everybody else did really well. I did horrible. So, but I would play Foundations of Metropolis again. After Foundations of Metropolis, I find myself at a table playing Pandemic, but not Pandemic. Star Wars Clone Wars. It is a Star Wars skinned Pandemic game. And I actually really like it. So with Star Wars Clone Wars, instead of being a scientist, you are a Jedi and you're trying to do fun things and try to push things around. I was playing as Yoda, so I was shoving people across the table, speaking in like the wrong way. Go to Wookiee planet, you may. So I was having a fun time doing that. We actually ended up winning, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I sent a message to my Star Wars friend who knows all the things. Like, he probably knows what Obi-Wan dad's name is, and he goes like, I'm like, hey, what's Obi-Wan's dad's name? He goes, oh yeah, it's Phil. And I'm like, how do you know that? Actually, Ray, if you're watching this, I want to know if you know who Obi-Wan's dad is. Put that in the comments. I need to know who Obi-Wan's dad is. You're the one who would know. Tell me, Obi-Wan, Ray-V-Wan. You're my only hope. So I played it. I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised. I told him about it. He's probably going to go pick it up, and he needs to. Yeah, so we can play it. Final game of the night. I forgot to record because my brain was a little mushy at that point in time because I played a bunch of games. And so I played Roll Through the Ages. It was basically Through the Ages, but with a dice roller. It's not bad. Fun little game. You're trying to you do resources. You do all the little things you do with roll and rights. It's fun little time filler. Filled that time. There we go. Then my whole entire plan kind of fell through. It was about 7:30. And remember I said I don't like to set up games. And I just say, wait for somebody to come up and go, hey, do you want to play a game? Well, about 7:30, everybody in the entire convention was at a table, and I was just kind of walking around. Couldn't find anybody to play with. That was my fault. I should have just gone out, grabbed a game, set it up, and been like, wait for somebody. Instead, couldn't get into a game. Got a little down, but that was my own fault. So I left early. I left about 8:30, went home. I crashed, actually. I was really tired. My brain fried out. So kind of glad that I did do that. Because then on Sunday, I woke up regenerated, and I decided to go against my normal plans. I sat down, set up Pirates of Maracaibo. Somebody came in and sat down with me, and may I say, I really like Pirates of Maracaibo. I've not been able to play with multiplayer. I usually do a lot of with it playing with myself. It's a fine game playing with myself, but I want to see it with other people to get that feel. And it is fun. I want to play it with more people. I need to convince my group to play it more. It's Maracaibo shrunk down to a smaller condensed form. You're taking cards, placing them on the table. You're sailing your ship through them. You stop after you move, buy a card, do something on an island, upgrade your ship, explore. It's all the things in Maracaibo, but just shrunken down. You're trying to bury treasure, find treasure. I love it. I'm gonna have to play it more. Pirates of Maracaibo, loved it. After that, about to sit down and play another game of Heat. Then one of the guys who I played with before goes, "Hey, Jeremy, you want to play Gasland?" What? And I see this monstrosity on the table. Gasland is Mad Max meets X-Wings meets racing. I told the people at Heat, "Oh, you're not going to be ready for a bit? I'm going over there." So for the next 3 hours, I play Gaslands. It is a post-apocalyptic racing game where you could ram people, you can shove them off a map, you have to go through minefields. I actually had a really good time playing it. The learning curve was a bit steep in the beginning, but then I got it. And kind of with Heat, I kind of stayed in second and third gear, just slowly kept trying to creep around. And then the leaders just fell apart. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I just zoom up ahead, and I had a chance to win, but I thought better of it, and I chose Chaos. And Chaos I chose. I decided in one term to ram the two guys in front of me. First one went fine. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting through this. The second one, I basically spun out or rolled over or something, and I had to go further than I wanted to, and the guy had to position my car as I spun out, put me in a weird position, and I ended up coming in second. Man, that was fun. The fact that I had a chance to win and didn't take it and chose Chaos, that is this. Gaslands is a gas. I know. After that, I'm walking around. A few hours left in the convention. I see a father-son, high school son, and they're trying to find a game. I'm like, what are they looking for? And I go, I'm like, hey, what you doing? We're looking for a game. I'm like, well, what game are you looking for? Viticulture. We've seen a bunch of copies, but I think everybody took them home. My copy's right over there. Do you want to play? Okay. So we crack out Viticulture for a 3-player game. Somebody else comes up. Hey, I love Viticulture. Can I play? Sure. 4-player. While we were setting up for the 4th player, a 5th player came and sat down. We played a 5-player game of Viticulture, and we used most of Tuscany rules. We didn't do the area control thing. I'm not a fan of area control, so I was like, that's too much for it. No, let's not do about this. But everybody loved it. Everybody liked the new way Tuscany does things better than the original Viticulture. We had a blast playing it. I ended up coming in second again. I did my strategy of trying to get as many victory points early on as I can and kind of force people to make mistakes. And as I usually have happened, I ran out of steam and came in second. I scored like 18. No, I got the 20, and the winner was like a 27. Here was the big thing everybody at the table didn't realize. With the Tuscany expansion compared to original Viticulture, on the board with the original, you only have two seasons, like spring and fall. That's all you have. With the new version, you have a whole new way of assigning first player, and you get cards that way, and then you go through all 4 seasons, and it makes it so much smoother. Everyone really liked it. Makes you want to play Viticulture more. I don't know why. Viticulture's become like the stepchild of Stonemaier. Not to insult stepchildren. They're great. It's a term I need to figure out something different for. Tell me a different term for this, because I don't know what to use. Everybody talks about the Wingspans, the Wormspan, the Spaniverse. Oh, it's so beautiful, so great. And everybody has their own opinions about Scythe and Tapestry and everything else. And it's like everybody screams and yells about all those other games. Like, oh, I love Scythe. I hate Scythe. Tapestry's great. Tapestry's horrible. And here's Viticulture in the middle, just sitting there going, hi, I'm solid. Do you want to play me? Ah, we're arguing about your siblings. We rather argue. You don't want to make wine? No, I want to argue. That's the biggest complaint with the Viticulture for me, is that nobody really talks about it as much, and it is a solid game. I'm starting to think it is my favorite Stonemaier game, because when I get it out and play it, it takes a while. Man, it sings, it moves. You're having a blast making wines, trying to do different strategies. Oh, You can win in a variety of different ways. I love viticulture. I think more people need to play it. And for me, that was a great way to end the convention on a high note. Friends Across the Board was a great little convention. It was its first year. I'm definitely going to go back. I even said to them, if you want me to do something like help out next year, let me know. So they're going to email me, hopefully. But seriously, small little conventions, go try them out. Yeah, you're going to, most of you, or a lot of you are going to probably go to the Gen Cons and the Origins and the PAX Unplugs or the Essence if you're awesomely cool. I want to go to those, but man, if I can just get a fix for a 4-day trip and not have to spend a lot on hotels, I'm going to do that. I want to play these little conventions and just drive home every night, come back, and just do it that way. Go find a local convention of your own in your own area. There's 3 in the Triangle that I know of, plus a couple other ones. Go find them, do them. Local cons, awesome. Do you want to buy my copy of Arc Nova? Anyone want to buy my copy of Arc Nova?